Today I'm in central London. I'm by the Strand, and the reason why I've come here is to go to this place behind me, number One Aldwych, which is quite a posh restaurant, and it has a very special afternoon tea, a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory themed tea based on the Roald Dahl book. So I'm really excited to see what this one's going to be like. So let's head inside and check it out. So here we are inside the number One Aldwych Charlie and the Chocolate Factory afternoon tea. I have to say it's really special because this is a special room. The cameraman just does a quick pan round. It's only for the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory afternoon tea. So we've got a bit of theming in here, but it's quite nice that we're not mixed in with other people from other diners, which just happens at other afternoon teas. And I've got the menu here. Now this is a very special menu. Let's talk about the teas first. Now, the tea menu is quite short compared to other tea menus. There's only 5, but these are special teas. So they've all got a bit of a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory twist to them. So chocolate noir is the first one. Then there's caramel noir, lemon verbena, berries and hibiscus, and lychee and rose. So I'm going to try and get as many of those teas in as possible. I've ordered the chocolate noir, so we'll talk about that when it comes. And we'll go through the menu when it arrives, but everything here has got some form of Roald Dahl or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory twist onto it. So waiting for the sandwiches to arrive, but I'm really excited because this, more than any other tea I think I've been to so far, this has proper theming. So I'm really excited to see what it's like. My chocolate tea has arrived, my noir tea, and it comes in this very stylish teapot. I have to say, I like the theming in here. They've got some nice music playing. It does feel quite special. And here's my Charlie and the Chocolate Factory teacup with my noir tea. So this is meant to have a hint of dark chocolate in this tea. It actually smells a little bit chocolatey. Let's see what it tastes like. Oh, it's got a really rich flavour to it, so it tastes like tea, but it does have a sort of aftertaste of almost dark chocolate. Can't put my finger on it. Yeah, it's like a strong, dark black tea, but yeah, it does have a little bit of an aftertaste of chocolate. That's quite fun, I like that. So yeah, top marks for the theming and the first cup of tea. We're waiting for the food to arrive, so I'll see you when that comes. The savoury course has now arrived and it is amazing. I have to say the presentation here is off the scale. This is incredible. So the theming is fun, but the quality of this food just looks great. So we've got 5 different things here, and the amazing thing is that they're all refillable. So you can have all of this again, or if you've just got one that you particularly like, you can just request individual portions. So I'm gonna have to refer back to the menu to remind myself what's in all of these things because I don't wanna miss any of it out. So I'm gonna start off with this one, which I believe is the smoked salmon with cream cheese and cucumber sarnie, this one. So it's like, and if you look at it, look at the foam on the top. That is, wowzer. So it's not like any smoked salmon sandwich I've had before. It almost seems a shame to eat it because it's presented so well. But that's what we're here for. Ooh, and the foam's really foamy. It sort of just disappears as you bite into it. Just disappears. It's actually a really good sandwich. So we've got a layer of cream cheese around the smoked salmon, and it's a really good combination, just about the right level. But that foam makes it really fun. It just sort of bubbles on your lips as you bite it. That's really nice, I like that. Okay. Next up, I am going to go for I'm actually going to try this one, which is a mushroom toasty. So there's mushroom in there, but you can see there's a really fun mushroom on the top as well, a bit of cream cheese. It's quite heavy, quite a substantial bit of food, this. Very strong mushroom flavour. So you can see there's a good layer of mushroom through the middle of it. It's in a very light toasted, I wouldn't even say that's a sandwich, it feels like more like a croquette. Yeah, it's like a mushroom croquette, really nice. If you don't like mushrooms, you probably wouldn't like it because it's a very strong flavour, but I like them. That's really unusual. I mean, I have to say, top marks here for the ingenuity, because quite often when you go to a themed tea, it'll just be the desserts that are themed and then everything else is just standard sandwiches and you get some scones. This, they've really put the effort in, so I have to say that look, this is going really well so far. Okay, I'm going to try this one next, which is, I'm just trying to work it out what it is. This is the Coronation Chicken Sarnie. It actually says Sarnie on there, it's not me saying it. And it's got Willy Wonka's top hat on there, which is quite fun, I think. Let me just take that off, see what that's made of. Oh, it's really light. Oh, it's almost like a wafer, like a savoury wafer. Oh, it's really nice, actually. Let's see what this Coronation Chicken is like. That's good. It's got quite a distinctive Indian type flavour to it because it's curried chicken, Coronation chicken, but it's also quite creamy. That's a really well constructed sandwich. I like that. Sorry, I licked my fingers and people tell me off for doing that. Stop doing that. Okay, I've got two left here. I've left two of the most exciting ones until the end. Let me just double check on the menu what I'm having now. Now this is a leek and Shropshire blue cheese quiche. And you can see that it's got Wonka written on the top. Now, when we're talking about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, obviously the book dates back to 1964. That's when it was first released in the USA. It came out in the UK a few years later. And it wasn't actually that successful to start with, but since then, it's been made into 3 big blockbuster movies. So in 1971, the original Charlie, it was actually called Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, starring Gene Wilder, the American version. So Wonka goes back from that. We then had Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, starring Johnny Depp in 2005, which was a big Hollywood remake of it. And then, most recently, we've had Wonka itself. So the film is actually called Wonka, and that starred Timothy Chalamet, and that's a musical. I've seen it, it's really good actually. I'm not a massive fan of musicals, but that one's quite a good one. Right, let me get back to this quiche and see what it's like. Oh, wow. You can see the quiche here. We've got the pastry, very thin pastry, very light filling, quite a strong blue cheese flavour. So if you like blue cheese and mushrooms, this is definitely going to be right up your street. If you're not as keen on the strong cheese and the strong mushroomy flavour, then you may be asking for the other ones on your refills. That's really nice, I like that. That's good. Now, I've saved this one until the end because it is the most spectacular. It does look incredible. It looks like a dessert, doesn't it? It looks like it should be coming with all of the sweets at the end. And this is a beetroot and horseradish hot ice cream for cold days, in inverted commas. So there we go. We'll just lift it out. So this is the cone. I mean, it's so cute. That is amazing. Again, almost seems a shame to eat it, but I'm going to. That's really interesting. So, as with a lot of illusion food, mentally, you're sort of thinking it's going to be ice cream, and then of course, it isn't ice cream, it's beetroot cream in a cone. But the wafer on the top was actually something sweet. So I think there's a bit of chocolate in there, dark chocolate. So it actually lifts it quite a lot. So you're having it, it's really nice beetrooty flavour. And then this dark chocolate cuts across it right at the end. Really good, really amazing. I think I'm gonna have to have a bit more of my chocolate tea just to wash that down. Oh, that goes really well with it, actually. That's a really good compliment. So I'm going to get these refilled. Why not? You know, whenever you come to these afternoon teas, if they say you can refill any of your options, then you should do that because it gives you more value for money. You know, you can have a little nibble and maybe take things home that if you don't want to eat them all second time. So I'm going to get a refill and I'll see you for what is usually the best part of an afternoon tea, the scones. But I don't know that it will be today because it started off really strongly, so I'll see you for the scones. So, as you can see, I've got a completely refilled plate here, so I've got exactly the same course again, which is just incredible because quite often if you go to afternoon tea, if there's a special savoury, then usually you can't actually reorder that. They say, oh, there's a limit on that. You can have as many sandwiches as you like. So for example, when you go to Harrods, they have 2 special ones. They won't refill those, but they will refill the sandwiches. But here, they're happy to refill all of it. Now, I've also got a new cup of tea, and I've gone for the caramel noir. So this is basically a black tea with caramel hint in it. That smells really strong of caramel. Oh, well, that's really nice. I think compared to the chocolate one, it's a much stronger caramel flavour on this than there is on the chocolate one. This is really tasty. So it's tea, but gives you that little subtle aftertaste of caramel, which is really nice. So I'm going to have a go at eating as many of these things as I can. Have a bit more tea. I'll see you when the scones come.
The lemon juice in the bottom. That's the lemon juice. With this mixture of chamomile, bee flower and fresh mint. Change the color. And the last touch of this glittered caramel noir and apple. Arancinici, I will try it out. Whoa! I'll be back to clean that.
Okay, just to take things to the next level in terms of the theming and also just the fun fact here, we've got what's called a cooling tea. So you've just seen how this was made. It had lemon juice at the bottom. Then we had another liquid, which I think is chamomile and mint. And then we've got some caramel noir and some apple on the top. So it changed colour when they poured the second one in. Looks really fun. And this is to cleanse the palate before the scones. It's really nice. Oh, it's really nice. It's really fun. So it tastes, what does it taste of? Sort of, it's quite lemony with hints of caramel and, I can't really describe the flavour. It's just a really fun, small, tiny drink. But I'm really enjoying this afternoon tea, so I'm going to just finish this. I really like the little glass as well. It's just great fun. So I've enjoyed that. Really enjoying this tea. Really looking forward to the scones. Okay, so it's now time for the best bit of any afternoon tea. Well, usually the scones, and I have to say the presentation here is really good. So I like it when the scones come all wrapped up. So it's there's a reveal factor. So we've got 2 different types of scone. Now, there is something very special about these scones today. So here they are, which I like them. They look quite rustic. They're slightly warm, which is nice. They're a good size for starters, so I'm happy with, I mean, they're quite chunky. Look at that, that looks pretty good. So we've got 2 different types. We've got a plain scone. I'm trying to work out what's what. So this is the plain scone, which looks great. So get on to that in a minute. And this one is a raisin scone, but not just a raisin scone, it's raisin and fudge. Now that is new to me. That's the first time I've had anything like that. So let's try this standard one first. I'm going to break it open. This is the way to do it. You never use a knife, just break it open. That's a really good break. Got roughly equal size on both of those. Now, let's talk about what we've got here. So we've got the usual clotted cream, which is great. I like the theming here. That's, the consistent, all the plates, all the crockery is all matching, so that's really nice. Got some strawberry jam. That's great, standard, that's what you want. Now this one is pineapple and cream and vanilla. So, sorry, pineapple, vanilla and cream. So it's not really a jam, it's not really a cream. Now I did ask whether or not you use this with the cream or whether you have it instead, because it's sort of like a hybrid. It's got pineapple and it's got some cream. There's some Philadelphia cheese in here as well, I'm told. And the server said, well, you can do whatever you like. So there's no pressure, you do what I fancy. So, been told before, the way to do this, you decant onto your plate and then you use your own knife to move it onto your food. So you don't get any contamination for anybody else. So I'll put a bit of this stuff on here. I'll then go put a bit of jam on as well. So I'll get it all ready. and a bit of the cream. All the cream's a really good consistency. It's really soft and nice, easy to move around, so I like that. You know, sometimes if you can't get it to come off the spoon, it's a bit tricky. It's a little bit sticky. I'll just encourage it off there. Okay, let's leave them there because it's more fun to look at. Okay, so I'm going to go with, well, I've got some cream on my knife today, so I'm going to go with the cream first today. I don't usually do that, but I will try it. We'll go with the strawberry jam first because that's more standard. See what it's like. Good amounts of strawberry jam on there. Whoa. That scone's amazing. So it's quite hard on the outside, but inside it's so light and fluffy. That's one of the best scones I've had for a long time. It's just that right level of warmth. Not too hot that it's going to melt the cream, but warm enough that it just gives you that lovely texture and flavour. That's really good. Now I'm going to have this pineapple and vanilla cream. So I'll try it on its own because it does look like a cream. It looks like the cream, the clotted cream. So I'm not going to put cream on cream. I'm just going to try that on its own first. I've had pineapple jam at one of the previous afternoon teas I've been to. It was a bit disappointing. This one's really strong flavour, so it's really good, very pineapple-y. I would say you don't have that with clotted cream because it's quite creamy, you can see. It's interesting that they told us that there's some Philadelphia cheese in there. You can see that when you taste it. That sort of aftertaste is that very smooth, creamy flavour. Really interesting, unusual. I like it. I think I prefer the jam, but that is a really interesting alternative. That's nice, actually. Right, I'm going to have a go at this one because this is the special raisin and fudge. So let's just open it up. Hopefully I can get a good break on this. Okay, now you can actually see here, the dark ones are the raisins. That lighter brown one is fudge. So we've got a piece of fudge. You've got a piece of fudge in there as well. So let me try this with, you know what, I'm going to try it with the pineapple cream because I want to taste the fudge. I don't want the fudge to be overridden by the strawberry jam. So let's get a bit of that in there. Now, let's see what this is like. That's a really interesting taste combination. It tastes mostly like a scone. It's not heavy on the fudge. There may be a hint of fudge in there, but it mostly tasted like the first scone. I think there might have been a small piece of fudge. I'm just trying the same scone with a bit more of the strawberry jam. That strawberry jam's good. That's really nice. These scones are excellent. I have to say, this Charlie and the Chocolate Factory afternoon tea is really delivering. It's been innovative, it's been creative. There's lots of things I haven't had before. This pineapple cream, really interesting twist. I like the fudge in the scones. Overall, really, really good. So I'm going to finish up these scones. I'll see you for the cakes. Okay, the desserts have now arrived, and as you can see, they look incredible. This is a really good presentation. So what have we got here? I'm going to have to revert back to the menu because I can't remember all of these things. So let's just run around what we have here. So let me just get into somewhere where I can read it. We've got Goodbye Violet Macaron, which is the big round macaron. Butterscotch and soda, which is in the glass, and that's got a little pipette, which our server told us had some whiskey in it, but we'll see whether it is or not. Hair toffee mousse and caramel chocolate milkshake mixed by Waterfall, and that's served with this candy floss. We've got Augustus Gloop's strawberry fudge. So 6 different things for dessert. That is a lot of different stuff. Not sure where to start. I mean, it's hard to know, isn't it? So I'm going to start with this pipette because I think it looks cool, and I like the fact that it's got this little pipette that you just squeeze into your. Let me just squeeze it in. There we go. I'll drop it all on like that. You can see it coming on. Okay, the pipette is now done. How am I going to? I think I'm going to use my little spoon. Is it a drink? Let's. There we go. So So the pipette did actually have a little bit of whiskey in it. I can taste it. Not a big fan of whiskey. That dessert's super light. Well, the whiskey's quite strong. I'm not a big fan of whiskey. It's strong caramel, and then the whiskey sort of does accentuate it, but I'm guessing they don't give that to kids. They just give it to adults like me. It's quite an interesting dessert, though. Little plastic glass so you can't cause yourself any problems. Put it over there. Now, I'm going to have this one here, this violet macaron. The reason I'm going to have that is because there's a nice bit of wording on here, and it says, whipped cream isn't whipped cream at all unless it's been whipped by whips. That's a quote from Willy Wonka from the book. So nice bit of theming on the plate. This macaron looks good. It's a really big one. Looks good quality. A nice bit of blueberry on the top. Ooh, look at that. Wow. Really chewy. That's really good. I think the sign of a good macaron is it's light and fluffy on the outside when you bite into it, but then chewy and really sweet. That's got a lot of flavour in it. Really good. Like that a lot. Okay, let's have a look at this chocolate hair mousse. As with a lot of afternoon teas, we've got a bit of gold leaf on the top. Everybody likes to put a bit of gold leaf on there. And this is a sort of chocolate coat covered bottom. Let's see what's in it. Oh, wow. Wow, it's really soft. It's like a really strong pineapple flavour in the middle with the caramel on the outside. It's really nice. Really like that. Okay, let's try this Augustus Gloop strawberry. Oh, I'll have to take that bit off because that's going to go up my nose otherwise. Nice. Oh, it's really chewy. Like nougat, chocolate nougat, strawberry on top. Oh, I'm being told by the cameraman it's actually fudge. Tastes a bit like nougat in terms of the texture, so it's really light, fluffy, not like heavy and dense like some fudge, like English fudge. That's really good. That's really, really good. One of the great things here is that these desserts are refillable, so you can eat them all and then you can get the same again, which I'm definitely going to do. Okay, let's try this. I like this bottle. I mean, again, great theming. Just a tiny little glass bottle. It's got this miniature straw in there. Let's see what it's like. Tastes like caramel chocolate milkshake. Just great fun, just really fun, that type of thing. Okay, I'm going to finish off with this candy floss, which almost the same size as my head, pretty big. I haven't had candy floss well, candy floss is what we call it in the UK. Over in the States, it's called, no, I can't remember what it's called. What's it called? Cotton candy, that's right. Cotton candy if you're in the US, candy floss if you're in the UK. So do I bite it? Do I pull it with my hands? I'm going to bite it. Yep. Oh, it's sort of, what flavours it got? Sugar. There's a sort of hint of strawberry or raspberry or something, I'm not quite sure, but it's not something I eat very often, candy floss, but again, brilliant fun. Great if you're coming with the kids, they'll love something like this. It's even good fun for me. So, those desserts, really quite impressed with that. And as I said, I can refit them all, I can have another 6, so I'm going to finish these ones off, get some more. I'll see you in a minute for the bill and the wrap-up. Well, it's the cameraman's birthday today, and we've been given this extra cake, which really quite substantial, quite big. And what's interesting is that this isn't on the menu. This isn't something on the menu that's just got happy birthday written on top of it. This is a special birthday cake that you get with a little bit of strawberry as well. Now, for anybody who's made complaints in the past, cameraman has already blown the candle out, so I didn't do it today, so that's fine. But interesting that you get this if it's your birthday. So if you're coming here for a special celebration, then you should tell them, because it's nice to get something extra, whether it's your birthday or your anniversary or whatever it might be. Let them know and you might get something extra. And I'm just having a bit of my latest tea, which is berry and hibiscus. Tastes mostly of berry, not quite sure what hibiscus tastes of, but tastes of berries, but it's really nice. Goes well with the desserts. It's sort of like cleaning. Feels like I'm having something healthy to go alongside the 1,000 kilograms of sugar that I've just eaten. So cheers, I'll see you at the end for the bill. But whilst I'm waiting for the bill, I thought I'd order a hot chocolate. It seemed crazy not to. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory afternoon tea, you've got to try the hot chocolate. And this is it, it does look incredible. So it comes with a straw, as you can see, and we've got lots of cream, and there's actually some sprinkles on here as well. So I'm going to use the straw, why not? If they've given me a straw, let's give it a try. So see what it's like. Oh, it's nice. Oh, it's chocolatey, but it's a combination of sort of milk and dark. Oh, almost tastes a bit caramelly as well. It's really, really tasty. And the good thing is the chocolate and the coffees are all included, so you can have whatever hot drinks that you like. And as I said before, if you're coming to an afternoon tea and you're paying a fixed price, you may as well try to get as much value as possible out of it. So having things like a hot chocolate and a coffee, all of that type of thing just helps, and get a refill on everything. That's always a winner as well. So I've asked for a refill on some of the desserts, the ones that you actually can take home, and they're putting them straight into a box and taking them home for us. So I'm going to finish this hot chocolate. I'll see you at the end for the bill and the wrap up.
Here we have the Just Like Gold.
Just like gold.
Yeah.
Wow.
What is the Just Like Gold?
Wow.
Here's the passion mango fruit and peach and lemon soda.
Oh, is there alcohol in it?
It is.
Okay. Wow, that's really impressive.
Alcohol.
Wow, it looks like a potion. It looks like some sort of spell, some magician.
The dried ice.
Wow, it's incredible.
And this is the almost entire glass.
Okay. What's in this?
This is a raspberry, the main premix.
Yeah.
Raspberry, and there is a soda mix of raspberry. Let me just
It's mainly raspberries, and there's popping candy on the outside.
Yeah.
Popping candy. Wow. Again, looks like a potion. Wow. I feel like I'm some sort of magician. Yeah. Woo. Okay, let's have a little taste of this gold. See what it's like. So these are alcoholic cocktails that have been provided to us by the management. Gave us a complimentary drink. Oh, that's quite indulgent. It feels a bit like an adult version of all of the things that we've been having through the afternoon tea. So the sort of little treat, but this one's got a bit of alcohol in it. But yeah, mango, passion fruit, very fruity. And then I think it's got vodka in that one. That's really nice, just to sip. Now this one's raspberry. Now it's got popping candy on the glass. So it's come sort of preloaded. So I'll have a drink from that side. So I get some popping candy, get the full experience of it. Oh, it's very fruity. Gin. Oh, it's rum in the gold one. Okay, so this one's gin with raspberry. It tastes really strong of raspberry. It's very nice. It's almost like a raspberry smoothie. Get some of that popping candy off the side. Oh, that's fun. Oh, it's all popping, going crazy. Oh, that changes the perspective of it actually with the popping candy. It's all crackling in the back of my throat. So this is just another little twist on this afternoon tea, that if you're coming with some friends and you want to make it into more of an occasion, you want a drink, they have got some really interesting cocktails on the menu, all themed alongside all of the food that we had. Just having a look here. So yeah, there's Just Like Gold is this one. It's £19 if you're paying for it directly. And then we've got Deliciously Purplicious, which I think is this one, which is also £19, which has got Sipsmith gin in it. This one's got Havana Club 3 rum, passion fruit liqueur, vanilla, orange, lemon, peel, peach and mango soda. And this one is Sipsmith sipping vodka, creme de mure, apple lemon, blackberry puree and rhubarb lemonade. It's not that one, so it must be the almost entirely edible one.
Yeah.
Sipsmith London gin, strawberry liqueur, cranberry lemon, strawberry puree and raspberry lemonade. That's what that one is. So got 2 out of the 3 that are available. They're all £19. Yeah, if you want to treat yourself and have something a little bit extra on top of your afternoon tea, then you can certainly do that. So we're going to finish off these drinks and we'll see you at the end for the bill and the wrap-up. Okay, so here I am at the end of the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory afternoon tea at One Aldwych. You can see I've got a plethora of drinks here. I've got the 2 cocktails that were given to us complimentary, and I've got some lemon tea, which really quite tasty. Had all of the teas, had all 5 of the different teas, all of them really nice, all sort of slightly different flavour. I like the cups, I like the presentation, all good. Now I've got the bill here, but before we have a look at that, let's just recap on what we had today. So the savoury section, if you remember that, really interesting variety of different things there. We had the mushroom, which was like a sort of, like a croquette. We had the tart that had quite strong blue cheese in there, had a coronation chicken sandwich, had a couple of other sandwiches in there. Just incredibly good variety, not just in flavours, but also in design. It looked good. You could get a refill. And we had that special ice cream that was made of beetroot. It looked like it was an ice cream, but actually it was beetroot. It had a bit of dark chocolate in it. Really amazing. So I was very impressed with the savouries, even though that wasn't really why you come here. You don't come here for the savoury section, but it's quite well themed. They had the little top hat on, the Willy Wonka's hat on top of the coronation chicken sandwich. So that was really good. Then before we got to the scones, we had this special course where they brought these tiny little glasses, and then there's a really nice bit of theatre, but they had 3 different liquids that they poured in. There was some lemon, and then they poured in the mango and some other stuff. Just a really nice bit of theatre linking into Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It felt like it was a potion. It was really tasty as well, actually. Cleansed the palate, really good. Little things like that really make the difference when you come to these afternoon teas. We then went on to the scones, and again, there was something different in there. So we had a scone I've never had before. So it was raisin and fudge. And then on top of that, we also, in addition to the strawberry jam, had this pineapple cream, which was like a blend between a sort of jam and a cream. Really tasty, really nice. Very impressed with that. Then we came to the cakes, and the cakes were amazing in terms of the presentation. They looked visually very good. Tasted great. There was good variety there. Had the candy floss or cotton candy, whichever way you want to call it. That was a nice touch. I think it's great for the kids. Looked good, bit of fun. Had the little sort of Coke bottle with the caramel chocolate in there. All really amazing. So overall, I was really very, very impressed with this afternoon tea. We also got the little happy birthday cake. That was quite tasty as well. It was quite a sort of nice chocolate fudge. It was really quite indulgent. So overall, I've been really, really impressed with the food. The service here is incredible. People really friendly. Everything is refillable, and we've got everything refilled. So this seems like ridiculous, but I've actually got 4 boxes to take home. I've got cotton candy in this one. We've got the savoury stuff in this one. We've got the scones in this one. I've got all of the cakes in that one. So I'm going to struggle to carry all of that home. So I've basically got a whole afternoon tea to take away, even though I've already had more than an afternoon tea anyway. Plus we've got these drinks as well. Now these were complimentary. I don't think everybody's going to get a complimentary drink, but it's one of the perks of the job that sometimes, occasionally, somebody says, can we offer you something free, sir? Well, why not? So overall, really very impressed. The music in here is nice. It's nice that it's a private environment just for Charlie and the Chocolate Factory afternoon tea people. There's a lot of kids in here, but it's fun, nice, relaxed atmosphere. Really good. So what about the bill? What did it come to? Well, paid the list price. There's no deal that you can get here. You have to pay the actual price. It's £75 per person. And then there was a service charge on top of that of £22.50. So that's £11.25 per person. So in total, £172.50, which actually isn't too bad. A lot of the afternoon teas I've been to in London recently, they're more £85 to £95 for this level of service. So this is pretty reasonable compared to what else is out there in the market. So, what's my overall score for today? Well, I can't find a fault with this afternoon tea. I have to say, everything has been amazing. Been blown away by the quality, the quantity, the service, everything really, the theming. I just loved every single second of it. Even when you go to the toilet, there's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory theming on the way there. They've got some prints on the wall. They've got some first edition books. Inside the toilet, they've got a couple of things hanging up in there. So everything has been thought of. Upstairs, when you come in, they have a nice little bit of theming. There's a bar up there and a sort of something from the film where there's good nuts, bad nuts, where the The squirrels throw one of the kids down the chute, and there's like bubbling music and bubbling like things going on everywhere. Really amazing. So I can't find a fault with this tea. It's been incredible. I am going to give it 10 out of 10. Now, I don't give a 10 very often, and it really needs to deserve it. This place definitely does deserve it. So I'm recommending that if you're thinking about coming to afternoon tea in London, put this on your list. It is definitely a winner, particularly if you've got kids. I think they would absolutely love it. So thank you very much for watching this video all the way through to the end. Please give me a thumbs up if you haven't done so already. Please subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and I will see you again on the next meal.